Hello and welcome to the most serious crypto news of the past day. And the current price of Bitcoin is $68,022. After yesterday's growth, it has been gradually falling all day, but as you can see on the chart, a snowboarding pattern has formed. And of course, this is a bullish pattern because after reaching this key jump, the snowboarder will fly up. The situation is similar on Ethereum. The price is $1,980, but since a fuck you pattern has formed during the daily price drop, we expect a further price drop again and again and again. But now let's get to the news. First news of the day, Malaysian sells AI.com domain to Crypto.com for a record $70 million US dollars. Unrealistic story that happened to a Malaysian. So, in 1993, a 10-year-old boy from Malaysia named Arsayan Ismail approached his mother and said, "Give me some money, I really need it." And his mom gave it to him, thinking that her son just wanted some ice cream or something. But he took it and bought a domain AI.com for $100. And moreover, he bought it just because his name is Arsayan Ismail, so initials match. And of course, he had no idea that in 30 years there would be an artificial intelligence boom. He just wanted a website with his own initials, you know? It's been 33 years and boy grew up, waited in the wings and sold the domain to the founder of Crypto.com for $70 million. Oh my goodness. The new owner has already advertised the site on a Super Bowl and is launching AI agents there. And Arsayan Ismail is a freaking hunk who has made 700,000 exits from his investment. Congratulations, Arsayan. Number 2, Bloomberg analysis reaffirms a $10,000 Bitcoin forecast. Do you remember this guy, Mike McGlone? He is from Bloomberg and he promised us $10,000 Bitcoin back in December when it was under 90. So on February 16, he spoke again, and according to him, the drop in Bitcoin to $10,000 is more than realistic. The euphoria from Trump has passed, the stock market is inflated, and the good old mantra of buy on decline is no longer working. Bitcoin is currently worth $68,000, but McGlone is confident first it will be 56, and then if S&P starts to fall, Bitcoin will plummet to $10,000. Well, objectively, we all know that McGlone is a big fan of loud statements, and other Bloomberg analysts have already replied that 10,000 requires a direct nuclear apocalypse. But generally speaking, we will probably consolidate around $40,000 to $50,000. And so far, I do not really see any reason to panic. News number 3. Snail mail letters target Trezor and Ledger users in crypto thief attack. The crypto scam has reached the offline level. Hackers have switched from keyboards to postal envelopes. And while we were afraid of phishing on Telegram, the scammers decided to recall their grandfather's methods. And now Ledger and Trezor users receive real paper letters to their home addresses with threats like, "You need to immediately update the security using the QR code, otherwise your wallet will die in 3 days and you will lose all your money." And at the end of it, they have like this thoughtful request to follow the link. And spoiler alert, the link leads to cloned website where you will be asked for a seed phrase to verify your identity. And the bottom line for those who fell for it, an empty wallet. The funny thing is that both Ledger and Trezor has already leaked customers' databases so many times that now any student can buy their addresses of victims on the black market. And the moral is, do not be dumb and don't enter your seed phrase anywhere without checking the domain URL. And another one. So, Willy Woo warns quantum risk threatens Bitcoin gold advantage. And while we are worried about Bitcoin exchange rate, Willy Woo has added fuel to the fire by explaining that the most important risk for Bitcoin is actually quantum computer. Well, it turns out that the market is already putting the risk of Q-Day into the price of Bitcoin. And when a quantum computer will crack the private keys and release 4 million lost coins, which is 19% of the total emission that were considered lost. And now they might suddenly return, and that threatens some people. And naturally, this will bring down the price of Bitcoin, and this is a serious problem. The Ethereum Foundation has already allocated millions for research, Coinbase has created a board, and BTQ launched a testnet. So everyone is preparing for the apocalypse. But sit down, calm down, shut the hell up. We need to understand that experts predict that such quantum computers will appear only in 20 to 40 years in the future. So for now, we're sleeping soundly and just monitoring the situation. Next news, Polygon surpasses Ethereum in daily transaction fees amid polymarket activity. And guys, this one is interesting, so listen. While we're sitting here and wondering who is going to flip us more, quantum computers or mailbox scammers, Ethereum has been actually quietly kicked in the gut by its own child. The Polygon network, which has always been just a trailer for the main Ethereum locomotive, suddenly overtook his daddy in terms of daily commissions. So on February 14th, Polygon raised $407,000, while Ethereum raised only $211,000. It's as if like a moped just overtook a sports car, you know? And the secret of such popularity is simple, and it's called Polymarket. On this hype around bidding on Oscars and electronics and other movements is just dragging along a huge volume of transactions. At the Oscars alone, they raised $15 million at bets. Plus, Polygon is now also the main USDC network, surpassing Solana in the number of transactions in the stable. Oh, how tables have turned. And last but not least, Harvard cuts Bitcoin exposure by 20%, but adds a new Ether position. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted signals from whales, there you have it. Harvard decided to rebuild its crypto portfolio, and in fourth quarter, the smart guys sold 20% of their Bitcoin, keeping $265 million for themselves. And with that money that they earned, they bought Ethereum for as much as $86 million for the first time in history. And of course, experts immediately attacked with criticism. They say it's risky, there is no intrinsic value, and the price is failing. But Harvard probably knows better. They are now quietly buying even more Ethereum on the correction. And that's going to be all serious news for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!